Hey, happy Halloween everybody, and welcome back to VHS Flashback. I'm Dane, and I'm going to show you all about the cool VHS tapes from yesteryear. I'm on my way down to a Halloween party, and I'm super excited. So, just keep on... Whoa, what's going on here? Hey, I'm out of gas! Oh, come on! Where am I? Ooh! Big old spooky house! Guess I can just call up AAA and hang out until I get here. Who are you?
I'm the painter.
Listen, my car broke down right there, and I called AAA, and I just gotta wait for a flatbed to get here. Do you mind if I hang out in the house until I get here? It's kind of cold.
I don't know who you are.
I know you don't know who I am.
Well, I guess you can. What do you think of the paint job?
Looks good. You did a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Come in.
Thanks.
I'll see you later. You know, honestly, this whole haunted house business really reminds me of one of my favorite Halloween movies as a kid. From back in 1986 on the Disney Channel, back when you had to actually pay for it. A little tape called Mr. Boogedy. They even made a sequel to it called Bride of Boogedy back in 1988 as well. I mean, what made this movie so cool is that it scared the crap out of me as a kid. Probably it's one of the first horror movies I ever even watched as a kid, and to this day, it still scares the living crap out of me. No joke.
Now, about the distribution of this tape, I mean, again, this is just on some crappy old VHS tape that's like over 2 decades old. And as you can see, it says like, Our Boys in the Pool, Pee-wee's Big Top, Ernest Goes to Camp. Oh, but there it is! Mr. Boogedy, Part 1 and 2. That's supposed to say Boogedy, but I guess you got the point.
Neither of them were ever distributed, ever. I mean, this was just taken off a Disney Channel back in 1986. I mean, other than that, it was never distributed on any kind of VHS or Betamax, you know? Weird. Probably the coolest thing about this movie is that it was directed by Oz Scott. Everybody knows Oz Scott as, Fozzie the Bear from the Muppets. The script in the film was actually very, very good. It's a very basic kind of a, ghost story, like anything else that you'd see. And all in all, I mean, when you think about it, it's just a kid's movie, and there's nothing else that you should really know about. Now, the movie was only about 1 hour long. And honestly, does it really have to be any longer? I really don't think so. I mean, if it was any longer, I mean, there's really nothing else you could put into this movie. Literally, everything is right there, and it was very well timed, and I don't really think that anything else needed to be added or taken out. Now, there are quite a few name brand actors in this movie, and also quite a few no-name actors and actresses in this movie, but all in all, it really didn't matter. There were a lot of people overacting in this film, and I don't know if it was intentional or what, but either way, I think the overacting definitely worked in this movie because it was just it's just a Disney movie. And regardless, I think it worked out quite well. Now, as I just mentioned, there's a lot of name brand actors in this movie. One of them being the dad, Carlson. You may also remember him in the really cool car movie from the mid-'80s. I can't even remember what it's called. It was a really good movie. License to Drive. Oh yeah, License to Drive. Yeah, he played the dad in that too. And the little kid in the movie, he played Bud Bundy on that show. It used to be on Fox in the early 90s. What's it called? Married with Children. Married with Children. Yeah, that was it. And also the cool thing is that John Ashton from Return of the Killer Tomatoes also makes a cameo in this film, so it's even extra special. There's a lot of really miscellaneous, funny, and awesome things in this film that just makes it that little extra funny awesomeness. For instance, there's a pop-up book in the Historical Society of Town that actually tells about things that happened 300 years before. I mean, that's pretty friggin' crazy that there was a pop-up book about the whole story of Mr. Boogedy. The best thing about this movie that made it so scary to me was the music. It's absolutely perfect. It's so scary and melodic. I can't even tell you. how spooky that this music is. It's perfect for this film, and it'll totally put the chills on your bones. What made this movie also really cool besides the music was the suspense. Hey, look at this house back when it was brand new. And it was still creepy then. Jeez. But the suspense in this movie is amazing. I mean, you never see Mr. Boogedy until the very end of the film. It just builds and builds and builds. I mean, plenty of stuff to give suspense for those little kids to scream at, you know? Hey, look at this. An exit sign. I'm gonna go see if that AAA guy's outside.
God. That exit sign was totally not an exit. I think I found myself into the basement, everybody. Well, that concludes my smashing review on Mr. Boogedy. Man, but there's one last thing I want to show you. It's from something else that's on this tape from A Little Girl Witch Story, aka The Worst Witch, of Tim Curry singing the best Halloween theme song ever made. So that's it for my Halloween edition of VHS Flashback, and we'll see you next time. Happy Halloween, everybody.
I wouldn't change places with anyone tonight. We'll carve pumpkin faces and watch the witches' flight. Every human heart will shudder. Every soul will shake with fear. Tonight, the creepiest. Tonight, the scariest. Tonight, the most wonderful night. The year anything can happen on Halloween. Your dog could turn into a cat. There may be a toad in your bass guitar, or your sister could turn into a bat. Christmas time brings the snow. Summertime brings the sun. But on Halloween, your blood begins to run. Something spooky is going down. Anything can happen on Halloween. It's better than a video. Gremlin's gonna mess up every cassette from London to Idaho. April 1st can be fun. New Year's Eve is a bore. But on Halloween, your flesh begins to crawl. Oh, I'm losing control. Anything can happen on Halloween. Your toenails go wrong and your hair turns green. Your teacher could become a sardine. Your dentist could turn into a queen. Has anybody seen my tambourine? I may start playing big in the beginning. The craziest night you've ever seen. This hairy